What a warm welcome back to the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre. This is a little bit of trick camera work we did. Time lapse, we call it. Showing the stadium filling up. We've had excellent crowds here over the 4 days so far, and the biggest crowds, of course, will be tomorrow for the 5 finals. One more match to watch in our first session. An Se-Young takes on Tai Tzu Ying, and she's had the evil eye over the Chinese Taipei player for most of their meetings. 10 out of the 12. And Se-Young has won, including yesterday, in very convincing fashion. The other semi-final is first up in our evening session, and that should be a really good match. Chen Yifei against Carolina Marin, the two last Olympic champions. And Marin actually beat Chen Yifei yesterday in 2 tight games when they played the final group match, but it matters more later on in the semi. Officials on court, which means the players won't be far behind. I'll say I was a bit concerned when I watched An Se-Young lose to Kim Go-eun on Wednesday in her first group match, and she's got this huge bandaging, strapping, whatever you want to call it, on her knee. But she seems to have made light of it since then. Kids having a world-ranked #1 and still just 21 years of age. She had a bit of an injury scare after she won the Asia Games. She was out for about a month. Came back in a couple of tournaments. Didn't make the final in either. Lost in the last 16 of the China Masters, and then knocked out in Japan in the semis by Chen Yifei. But it's been a fantastic year. 9 World Tour titles, 9. Including the World Championships in Copenhagen in August. There's that defeat to Kim Go-eun in the first match, but she recovered to beat Gregoria Tunjung and then Tai Tzu Ying in straight games on Thursday and Friday. Looking for a 20th World Tour title in her career today, or tomorrow if she gets that. And on the other side of the net, Tai Tzu Ying, who is 8 years older than her opponent, still ranked in the world's top 5. She's in at #4. Has been a #1, of course, way back. For the first time, it was in December of 2016. Olympic Games silver medal in Tokyo. World Championship silver medal a couple of years ago. And she won this event in 2020, twice been runner-up as well. But only one title this year. That was the Taipei Open in June, her 15th career title. There you see her results, 2 victories and then defeat against the Korean she faces now just 24 hours ago. So what does she have to do, Steen, Tai Tzu Ying, to try and make it a little more competitive than it was yesterday in this battle with An Se-young?
That's difficult because yesterday she didn't know that she was qualified. She needed a game and she couldn't get it. But I think she needs to put pressure on An Se-young more consistently. She's got to play with power, but that's easier said than done because An Se-young is brilliant in anticipating her opponent's shots, and she's also really good at neutralizing attacks or clear pressure attacks with accurate defense and clear pressure with these long drop shots, drops below the
ladies and
tape,
gentlemen,
difficult for the opponent to work
on my right,
on,
Tai Tzu Ying,
create something
Chinese
better.
Taipei. And on my left, An Se-young, Korea. An Se-young to serve, low wall, play.
So it's going to take several shots, several consecutive shots with pace in the trajectory. Small deceptions, yes, once in a while, but
Service over, 1 low.
to a much more distinct extent. Pace in the shots.
Just missed it by a fraction.
2 low.
And that's exactly one of the question marks regarding what I think is needed, whether Tai has the shot quality to carry out a game plan like that.
I always think that's going to go wide. I always think with Tai Tzu Ying though, Steen, of all the women on tour, no one misses more shots by millimeters than her. Not that there's any consolation to her, really.
No. But that's true. She's used to sort of maneuvering her opponent around the court by delicate shots, using the 4 corners and so on. So it's not so much the raw power. And if she's not able to do that, then she's going to face shots like this.
That was nonchalant, wasn't it, from the Korean?
Yeah. And it's like you said, Trevor, she's only won the home tournament, the Super 300, which wasn't that strong a tournament. So it's been
3 all.
It's been a year that is not amongst the best in Tai's career so far. But who knows? Sometimes the big masters, they find out, or they find something when the situation requires it. And it is a good opportunity to get a win over An Se-young, because she's clearly not as good as she was previously in this year. We've seen that.
Service over 4 all.
Kim Ga-eun pretty much gave the blueprint, but she's a physically stronger player than most of the others in this tournament. Good shot. Very nice deception.
Service over 5-4.
That's absolutely superb. We were right
Service
behind
over.
that. Absolutely
5-all.
arrow straight down the line from the world #1. This should give you a great view.
You want to change? Play.
It's only a couple of meters
Change.
away from it, Tai Tzu Ying, but never had a chance.
Service over 6-5.
Used all her experience there. A little hairpin battle early on.
Service over 6-all.
And there's another thing that's worrying me regarding Tai Tzu Ying, and that is that I don't feel she's got the same speed as previously in her own movement. Slide it in.
She wants Hawkeye to check.
Yeah.
Challenges called in.
It might have been close, but I feel it was an emotional challenge.
Hawkeye says call was good.
Yeah, she was standing right
Challenge
over it, looking at it.
unsuccessful.
And so you're in
One
front
challenge
for the
remaining.
first time in this opening game at 7-6.
7-6. Play.
Great play by An Se-young. She's controlling exactly the way
8-6.
that Tai needed to control in order to sort of conduct this match.
Service over 7-8.
Absolutely superb angle.
Service over 9.
Made it look like it was the simplest thing in the world. Well, that really was a class shot.
That's well played. Excellent. There was the fast-paced shot, well placed as well, because it does need help that it's fast-paced if it's in the middle of the left side of the court or something like that. Has to be well placed.
So nothing to choose between them in the opening exchanges here. Don't feel that An Se-young has clicked into top gear yet. She may not have found it yesterday, actually, but did more than enough against Tai.
Oy. That was an all or nothing shot. It ended up
9.
in exactly that.
Service over 10 all.
It's so easy for us to say, but there was a deception, and that's an integrated part of Tai's game. But the deception also takes time, so once in a while, or occasionally, you should play without deceptions.
And that was a bit loose too, wasn't it? So it's
11,
Tai Tzu Ying with a
10,
slender
interval.
lead at the mid-game break.
보인다고 세게 치는 게 아니라고 가볍게 탁탁 연결해가는 게 중요하고 네 속도에 지금 현재 속도에도 지금 공을 못 쫓아간다. 그만 빨리만 쳐서 알았어?
뒤에서 욕심내시고
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 10. Play.
Good shot.
Excellent from Tai Tzu Ying.
Service over
Great
11
defence initially, and she
all.
turned it into attack very impressively.
Service over 12, 11.
We mentioned Tai Tzu Ying's knee injury, but it's not like Tai is without strapping on her legs.
I'm not sure there's any player who doesn't have some kind
No.
of a dressing somewhere on their body.
It's good play.
Nearly, but not quite.
13, 11. Tie. 10. Fourteen, 11. Service over 12, 14. Thirteen, 14.
Good play.
14.
Yeah, a couple of times Han Se-young's come off second best in those little net battles.
Yeah. Good pace. And well neutralized by
Service over.
Han Se-young as well.
14.
It was at 15 yesterday in the first game that Anne made a little move.
16-14.
That's a beautiful shot.
Service over. 15-16. Change.
I think gravity did a lot of the work there.
The judgment, though,
Yeah.
you know, from beyond the back line on the backhand like that, stunning shot. Put her back within a point.
Service over. 17-15. Service over. 16-17.
Good shot. That's a super rally by Tai Tzu Ying,
17 all.
maintaining the right amount of pressure.
Like
I
that.
think the last shot was a little bit risky, and I think it might have only taken the outer side of the line.
I would have challenged
Yeah, I would have too.
just to see.
And show you where they.
Hasn't used the challenge yet, and it's 17 all, so not much to lose, really.
Thank you. Change. all.
But certainly already making life more difficult
Play.
for Han Se-young than she did yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And still in with a good shout here in this opening game.
Good trajectory on that last shot.
Service over. 18-17.
Get the feeling that Tai was kind of willing that out rather than thinking necessarily it was going to drop on the wrong side of the line from Han Se-young's point of view. Dangerous when the Stakes are so high right at the end of the opening game here. And tight pretty much all the way through.
Good shot. Fantastic retrieval by An Se Young. Oi! Landed in.
Best rally of the match by a distance. I hope she's okay. I think she is.
Yeah.
Also the longest exchange of the match.
18 all. Thank you. Thank you. All. Play.
In. Super play.
So that's two misjudgments and successive points at two critical moments. It's given Tai Tzu Ying a slight edge here.
Yeah, she read that, An Se Young.
Peach of a shot.
Magnificent.
19 all.
It's gone long.
Fantastic defence though from An Se Young, and she's really earned this game point because Tai Tzu Ying was dominating that exchange and asking so many questions, and the Korean somehow came up with all the answers.
Thank you. An, back on court.
But certainly giving her much more trouble than yesterday.
Thank you. Play.
She had to work really hard for it, and I think that huge celebration was a big clue that An Se-young knows that could be a massive game to take because she was really pushing her, Tai Tzu Ying. But 21-19, the world number 1 is in front in this semi-final.
Coach, return to your chair. Second game, Lowell. Play.
So here we go, second game, Tai Tzu Ying having lost very narrowly that opener. Yeah, good anticipation.
A great opener, great character by An Se-young following losing those 2 rallies, the one at the back line where she threw herself and the misjudgment stepped up. I think she spent more energy per rally than normal there, but the reward was big. First game in the bag, and I'm questionable as to whether Tai can play a much better than she did in that first game. Because she played brilliantly. She did the right thing. But An Se-young had the answer.
Too low.
Yeah, kept the outcome of that game in the balance right until the death. But if she lets An Se-young get away to a flyer here in the second game,
Right.
you'd have a problem seeing her recovering, to be honest.
I think mentally the loss of that first game was really tough on Tai Tzu Ying. It would have been a boost to win it. This would have been enough to win a rally against almost anybody else.
Yeah.
Tai, return.
So Tai Tzu Ying at least on the board in
Service
game
over.
2.
1-4. Service over 5-1. Six, 1.
It's in by a long way.
Service over 2-6. Six.
꼴이잖아. 어? 거리 가고 그래. 거리 가고.
Good shot.
4-6.
Well, it's a really good recovery from Tai Tzu Ying from 6-1 down.
5-6.
It is good recovery, and it opens up some hope. Yeah, maybe the tough first game has taken its toll on Tai Tzu Ying as well. Looked like she was going to run away with it, but just like we saw in the men's doubles, the momentum swing again.
All.
기다리면 몰려. 어? 기다리면 몰린다고. 기다리면 몰린단 말이야. 안 찾아가면 안 돼. 힘들어도 찾아야지.
Service over 7-6.
That's a wonderful piece of placement.
8-6.
That's what we talk, one of the things when we talk about shot quality, the ability to hit it there 5 centimeters from the line and not 25 centimeters from the line, because then your opponent will get to it.
It was good.
Service over 7-8.
Just for those watching in America. 2 inches, 10 inches. That was a pity.
Yeah,
Service over
mistakes like that you can't afford.
9-7.
Because then if she's able to win 2, 3, preferably 4 of these long rallies where nobody really wants to give in, then it would change the mental dynamics in the match.
She almost has to have the perfect game, doesn't she, against An Se-young to win it, almost.
Yeah, but only just almost.
Yeah.
Couple of centimeters height extra would do wonders.
It was long.
Service over.
But you can tell from the way that An Se-young's reacting to winning these points, she knows she's in a bit of a battle here.
Yeah.
And she's got herself a little 3-point cushion at the mid-game interval. 11-8 to the world number 1. So still a chance for Tai Tzu Ying, but you'd have to say a slim one at the moment, the way things are in this second game and being a game down.
We saw Kim Go on day 1 being successful with that cross attack there. The thing is, you need to move immediately because it's going to be a straight short pickup. And you want to be able to follow that up. It's a beautiful disguise.
That's the Tai Tzu Ying signature shot.
9.
No one plays it better than her.
But the thing is that she's so good, so she's got 3 signature shots.
Most people would kill for 1.
Yeah. Wide.
10-8.
You still don't quite feel, do you, that An Se-young is absolutely back to her best? You feel she's kind of getting towards it.
She's, yeah, but she's not at her best at all. Oh, that's way too slow. That's the deceptions that's got to go when you play against An Se-young, because she reads them, or she sort of absorbs it in the thighs. So they're not working. They're just keeping the shuttle too long in the air. Beautiful.
Service over.
Yeah, I think you kind of accept, don't you, when you play Tai Tzu Ying, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to lose 7 or 8 points at least in the match to shots like this. You just can't avoid it.
That's impossible not to lose shots where you feel like you're being exposed.
Play.
Still right in this.
Yeah, that's well done. And now we have a new momentum swing again.
30 all.
in front for the first time in this game.
Good shot.
Well, if Han Se-young thought that Tai Tzu Ying was going to hoist the white flag, having lost the opening game, she's been a little disappointed.
Yeah, it would have been easy. Being down 2-10 in the head-to-heads, losing a first game where she actually played well, had her chances, falling behind 6-1. But that's not the mindset of a champion.
So now, well, I was going to say a test of character for the world #1, but I think for both. Tai Tzu Ying, can she consolidate, turn this lead into a levelling second game? Can Han Se-young raise her level now that she's being seriously threatened?
Wow.
17-13.
It was 6-1 at one stage, remember, to Han Se-young.
Yeah, so she's 16-7 up since then. Is tight.
Just
Right
well,
down the line.
I thought that was wide, but it was called in.
I thought it was on the line. That's going to be interesting.
Let's have a look what Hawkeye has to say about it. It's a fairly obvious challenge for Han Se-young to make either way. Nothing to lose really at this stage of the game. Well, top class line judge, surely could say.
18-13. Play.
Fantastic play by both the women on court. Super shot quality.
Well, a hand of apology, but inwardly she'd be delighted with that. A little bit of help at the top of the net and 2 points away from levelling the match.
That's where you turn around really quickly, so it's only your coach who can see the big smile.
Yeah.
Service over 15.
Pace has gone a little bit out of the shots from Tai Tzu Ying. Oh, not so much on that one. Nothing wrong with
Service over 20, game point 15.
So 5 chances to level up here for the 29-year-old. Well, she gets their bizarre final rally, but 21-15. And Tai Tzu Ying does level the match and thoroughly deserved to do so, especially having come back from 6-1 down to set us up for a decider.
Final game, love all. Play.
First time that Tai Tzu Ying has taken An Se Young to a decider since the All England semi-final. 7 matches ago. 7 meetings ago.
Service over, 1 love.
Yeah, that was the game she needed yesterday. She was forced to sit and sweat and see the following women's singles where Kim Ga-eun couldn't defeat Gregoria Mariska Tunjung to make it an all-Korean affair in the semi-final. Good play. Oh, that's a fantastic shot from An Se Young.
That's a get out of jail big time, that, wasn't it?
1.
Tai thought she'd put enough pressure that she could only play a shot to the front court, but what a backhand there. Too much backcourt play
3.
from Tai Tzu Ying. Yeah, there was room to play in for Tai. Just couldn't execute.
Five, 1.
just beyond the back line.
2-5.
A few more errors than we are used to expecting from An Se-young, but
Yeah.
I think for that you can lay the credit that woman's door because she's putting her under more pressure than is usual.
Yeah, I agree.
Service over 6-3.
She's going to stop that run of points now, Tai Tzu Ying, if she wants to be relevant.
Yeah, she could get blown away here.
A little deception on the service return, but that's way too much here. Excellent play by An Se-young. If you give her a little bit extra time, she's taking control of things, and it's still very, very few errors that comes from her racket. We've seen more, I agree with that. We've seen more than we normally expect, or that we've come to expect this year, but still very solid. That's a good service return.
I think I would challenge that, to be honest. I think it might be one of those like the last one that's just clipping the edge, but certainly worth asking Hawkeye the question. I was looking very hard at the line judge, and there was no kind of movement until he put his arrow straight to say it was good, but let's have a look. Yeah, it just looked wide.
Correction, out.
And so
10-3.
An Se-young's excellent start in this decider continues.
Oh, you took the top of the net court.
Well, it's a wonderful rally to watch.
4-10.
I think she just enjoys being part of a wonderful game of badminton, you know. Yes, it's easier when you're kind of ahead by a margin, the decider, but she loves the challenge. She's played a couple of these backhands just ridiculously good. That time,
Look how short it is.
yeah, yeah.
What is it? 70 centimeters in front of the service line.
Thank you.
When the umpire says thank you twice, that means you're out of there.
4-10.
Yeah.
5-10.
Well, she'll never surrender, Tai Tzu Ying. She wants to try and keep Han Se-young honest here. You never know. That's a great shot, though. And it gives her a very, very handy 6-point lead at the mid-game break.
Chain games.
아까도 잡고, 그다음에 높이를 조절하는 거야.
플레이.
떨어뜨리면 넘어가든지,
So it's going to need well, not quite a miracle for Tai Tzu Ying to get back in this, but then again, it is that time of year.
Oh, she slipped.
And every time you see that, your heart kind of skips a beat. Make sure she's okay. Yeah, they need to get the mop out for sure.
Thank you. Play. Seven, 11.
She played well on that side in the second game, Tai Tzu Ying. And now it's just 4 points.
Thank you.
That was a little tentative.
Three mistakes by Han Se-young. 3 netted shots. It's not easy to find the points out there right now. Oh, number 1.
Ooh, slipped again.
Service over. 12-8.
Good shot. Cross smash.
Well, she'll be grateful for that point. Just seeing her slip a couple of times brings me in mind of a scenario that happened at the Commonwealth Games in a men's singles match where a guy was not happy with his footwear, didn't have a spare pair, and yelled out to the crowd that anyone got a size 10 pair of trainers, and someone did. And he wore them for the rest of the match. Didn't slip over once.
Wow. Those last two mistakes, I think they are probably decisive
Yeah, just stopped her momentum.
Yeah.
Those 2 points. And it's a couple of bonus points, really, for An Se-young. She didn't have to do a great deal in those rallies.
It can still be done, but she's unlikely to get to 1916 or something like that now. So she's going to have An Se-young with her on the way, if she gets to that at all, Tai Tzu Ying. And that's super difficult. Oh, yeah, there's a challenge.
An Se-young challenges all in.
And just from Tai's body language, you get the feeling this might have gone wide.
Yeah, I think it was wide.
Just the way that her shoulders slumped when she saw that her opponent had challenged. Oh, it's just got the line. That's okay.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Maybe she's just one of life's pessimists.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 9-14. Play.
Standing in.
Service over. 59.
Good chance from An Se-young.
69.
That's a class shot.
17.
Best one she's played for a while. And in complete control now at 17-9.
Change. Tie. $17-9. Play. $18-9. Service over. 10-18.
That's why it's so difficult when you fall behind early in the third game, because it doesn't take more than 2 mistakes before it feels impossible.
Well, Tai's going to challenge, and I guess she got nothing to lose really with the scoreline as it is. May as well get Hawkeye to confirm that it was long.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 19-10. Play.
Good shot.
Service over. 11-19.
But I mean, Tai has played a good match today. There's no doubt about it. That also means that An Se-young has played a really, really good match. Withstood the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oi, what a shot.
(12-19). Play. (13-19).
Brilliant.
Tai Tzu Ying challenges ball in.
So it's Tai's final challenge. All or nothing, really, for her. See what Hawkeye says.
Correction, out. 14-19.
Don't often see
Play.
An Se-young beaten when she has this kind of a lead, but you never say never. She's kept battling on. Tai Tzu Ying, that's a good shot as well. Now she's within 4.
19.
Showing admirable spirit here.
Fantastic.
19-10 behind she was. So that's 6 points on the spin. And surely she must be sowing a few seeds of doubt in An Se-young's head.
I would expect to see An Se-young take more initiative. Oh, that's a challenge.
And she's still got one left because, of course, she keeps it from the last one that was successful. Massive moment here. Back to within 2 or 4 match points.
Yeah. Was long.
Challenge unsuccessful.
It is the latter.
No challenges remaining. Service over.
So she's kind of falling over the line here, potentially, An Se-young, but 4 chances
16.
to get the job done.
Play.
So often, a late decision like that gets punished, and it did.
20.
Wow! She is still in there fighting.
18-20.
19-10 down. And So Young in ahead was probably in the dressing room. I think most of the crowd would have thought that, but making her really fight the whole way.
He's going to take the initiative, and So Young. Oi!
This is absolutely astonishing. 3 match points saved. She's won 9 of the last 10 points. And if she wins the next one, we'll be locked at 20-all in the decider. Who could possibly have seen this coming at 19-10?
Thank you. Line judge.
Can So Young find a way to literally roll herself over the line here?
19-20.
Match that we assume would be finished a while ago. It's an hour and 10 now and counting.
Oh, she slipped.
She slipped, and Tai Tzu Ying took advantage. And incredibly, and improbably, it's 20 points all. Tai Tzu Ying's lost the last 6 matches against So Young. She was beaten comprehensively yesterday in straight games. Can she snap that losing run here? Wow, she might, you know. Match point for a place in the final.
What a comeback.
Don't think anyone, other than maybe those in her corner, maybe not even them, saw this coming. Can she hold her nerve?
She can.
She's there! That is absolutely unbelievable. 22-20 in the decider from 19-10 down. She won this event in 2020, and who knows, she might win it again tomorrow. You'd have to say that So Young capitulated, but Tai Tzu Ying, with a never-say-die attitude and a welter of winners towards the end of that deciding game, has turned over the world number 1.
Absolutely amazing comeback. Never ever write off Tai Tzu Ying.
Well, I said it was that time of year for miracles, and we got one. 19-21, 21-15, 22-20. An hour and 12 minutes on court. So let's just briefly recap what we've seen today. Good win for Beck and Lee against Matsuyama and Shida. 2 hours that match lasted. In the men's doubles, first semi-final, Kang and Seo, absolutely superb. Just over half an hour, 13-12 against Liu and Oh. Chen and Jia didn't waste any time either. Liu and Tan gave everything, but it just wasn't enough against the best women's pair in the world. Then the second of the men's doubles, despite Alfian and Ardianto threatening a comeback, Liang and Wang held on, 21-16 in the third. And as we've just seen, in quite astonishing victory for Tai Tzu Ying, who lost the first game and was 19-10 down in the decider and found a way to beat the world number 1. Here's what's coming up in our second session in literally just over 20 minutes. Chen Yufei against Marin. That should be quite brilliant, as should Axelsen v Antonsen. Jill Clark, Chris Langridge will take you through that, as I say, in about 22 minutes' time. That's all from myself, Trevor Harris, Dean Pedersen, and our whole cast and crew who've been with you now for just over 6.5 hours. Hope you've enjoyed it. You can't not have done that last match. Quite brilliant. Well done again, Tai Tzu Ying. From all of us here, we'll see you in 20 minutes. Bye-bye.
"观众朋友们，本场比赛已经结束，下场比赛即将开始，请本场比赛的观众朋友们尽快离场，感谢您的配合。